So, after doing some deliberation with the great big book of arrowheads I've got here, I've decided to replicate this blade as a coker spear, which is a style you find predominantly in Florida, but can be found in South Georgia and Southeast Alabama. This is it right here, two good examples. And I have seen a couple of these in collections, just never really caught my eye for any reason. They're large points for the most part, pretty thick. This blade not being the absolute thinnest, I would feel comfortable making it into one. It's early to middle archaic, so description is a large to medium-sized knife with a biconvex blade that is relatively thin for its large size, which with fine pressure retouch along the excurvate base edges. The base and stem juncture is characterized as distinctly shouldered, and the stem consists of a rounded base. So, I think we can give that a go. I think we're pretty much shaped up for that as of now. So why not complete it as such? The only thing I'll need to do here is flatten out this little base just a little bit. So we're going to lose maybe about a 1/4 inch of length, which wasn't the original plan, but that's okay. I'm just taking some very, very light strikes on this. Don't want to shock the stone and make it snap. You also notice I've got the tip kind of put in my leg here just to kind of absorb some of that shock. There we go. Okay. So, let's get this base done. We'll see how it looked again. Okay, so this is what we're going to try and replicate right here. Oh, rock! Too much stuff out here. You're not gonna do it for me. That'll work. Okay. So let's go in a little bit on this on this base. Let's go in. Or actually, let's. Oh, I need to take a little more off the base here. Come on, come on. There we go. Perfect. Kind of. I suppose this would have made a pretty big boggy branch too, but I prefer to make my boggy branches thicker, much thicker than this. Any boggy branch point you ever find, it's not skinny. Well, it's not thin. You know, they're just heavy-duty saws. And I theorize they were used as bone saws or something, because they are always heavy-duty, thick, with thick, nasty serrations. Mm-hmm. There we go. Yes, sir. There we go. Yeah. Base ain't too bad. I mean, with the shape of biface we had, it's pretty easy to do this. Cool. Let's do some more precise work. Gotta get right up in there, and I just really want to take these bumps and edges off. So I had a slightly rounded base, so we're going to kind of round off those corners on the bottom. That's much cleaner. Much cleaner. I can work with that. And I guess we'll just do some opportunistic flakes here. Did say it was fine pressure retouch on the side, so we'll go back over it all. And one of the examples does have some finer, I mean, they're not the finest, but they has some fairly decent serrations on it, small ones, so I don't think we'll need to refine the edge to the point where it's smoothed out like we did with the levy point. This will be just fine right here. I'm going to intentionally leave some serrations on. I'm not going to make them all flared and dramatic or nothing, but we're definitely going to intentionally leave some here. That's a bad spot. That's got to go. Boy, that dang sand, I tell you. not too bad right there. Sand spots, man. Just don't want to give in. Nice serrated edge with finer pressure retouch. It's not the most exaggerated serrations out there, but that is that'll definitely get it done right there, let me tell you. On to the next side, I guess. We're not going to do too much pressure retouch on this, you know. Alright. Yeah, making some good headway here, I think. And we weren't too far off from the shape of this particular point style with the preform anyways, so pretty easy. Once I kind of looked through the book and I was like, dang, what am I going to make this thing into? But I saw that and I was like, oh, the decision's almost already made for me there. Okay. There we go. There we go. Yeah, a little rough spot right there to work a little bit. All right. Let's work tip down before we get too close, because I feel like a one bad pressure strike at this point will snap this thing. Pretty good. We're going to refine it here in just a second. A little bit. Yeah, them sandy parts, they just need extra attention because they just don't want to go where you want them to. This sand is on my nerves. Okay, there we are. There we go. Serrated, banded Coker spear from Tallahatta quartzite. So I sure appreciate you guys' time on it. If you made it through this journey with me, I sure appreciate you. And I will see you on the next one.